Having a look at this today. I'll put the label up on the screen so you can see what it is we're having a look at. But I'm sure it's going to read UE40 F6400. I'm doing that from memory. I could be a digit out here and there. Let's plug it in and switch it on. See if it's going to do what we think it's going to do. Standby at the moment. I'll just switch off the top light for glare and switch it on. And that's what it's doing. Perfectly symmetrical, beautiful and colourful vertical lines. Which is something you don't see every day. So what are we thinking on this then? Now, of course, it could be the screen. It could always be the screen. I'm thinking not screen at the moment. I'm trying to be a bit more optimistic, only because of the way that the lines are so sharp. And dare I say it, perfect, if not a little bit beautiful, but they are. Some of the colours it's coming up with. Sometimes you can tell if a screen is failing quite simply because it's patchy with its lines. But these lines, top to bottom, are very symmetrical. So that's telling me that there could be an issue in the T-Con area. And that's where we're going on this. The first thing I'm going to do is just unseat all the LVDS cables and put them back in, just in case something has come amiss somewhere, because TVs do get moved about. I mean, it's quite rare for that to happen, but it does happen. So I'll switch some lights on and we'll have a nosy inside the TV and see if we can we'll just reset things and see if it makes any difference whatsoever. For those people that are just watching for this particular video, I do understand. We've got a power board here, which has still got lots of power on. I've got a dog barking outside. Main board here, and this is the T-Con that I'm going to have a little fettle with in just a second and see if I can just readjust all the cables that are plugged in and take out, basically, and plug them back in again, and see if it all comes back to life. It may do or it may not do. But what I'll do to help you is, well, I'll say to help you at my age, it also helps me. But I will we'll just zoom in on the T-Con a little bit, and then you'll be able to see what I mean. Sorry, I don't know why the dog's barking. Right. So I'm going to unplug here and pull out, unplug here and pull out, unplug here and pull out. A magic blow. As I say, the lines are a little bit too perfect to be a screen fault. Normally screen faults, the lines are how can I say it? A bit obvious. It's a bit obvious that the screen is failing sometimes. You normally get lighter patches around the edge of the screen. This is just the screen at the moment. It seems like the screen is being sent misinformation. There's a word that's been around a lot recently. Anyway, plug it in. Oops. But no, it is still as you can see, we've got lines, well, just down this side now. So I'm just going to, oops, there's a line that's just come up there from nowhere. going to disconnect one side of the T-con each at a time and see. So right hand side disconnected. And as you can possibly see, even though not very well, so I will change camera angles. Trouble is, there's not a picture flicker. So I've got a white screen on one side, and then some beautiful lines on the other. Now, that's not a perfect white bit. There's lines on there, which is now indicating to me that it could be screen. Let's just take the other side out. It's the fact that the lines don't change very much. That's with the other side out. Okay, now I know for you it's been instant because you've been watching the video since the beginning. For me, it's been over, I was going to say 3 weeks then. It's been over 1 week since I stuck in the first T-con replacement. So from my memory, let's see if it works with yours. The TV had lines down it. Yes, TV had lines down it, no picture. We replaced it with a T-con that had sort of a picture, still with some lines, and the words of the picture were missing. Some of them were, so it didn't make sense. Now that is a classic T-con failure. But it still did have lines as well as that, so we could be looking at a screen. Anyway, you obviously know what I'm doing. I've ordered another T-con for this. This will be the second replacement, just in case the one that they sent first time was faulty. There is always that chance. But for some particular reason, I'm not keeping my hopes up this time. The TV's not for me, it is for a customer. And we've quoted a price. So it would be nice to earn a few pennies from this one. But it's not always the case, as you know. It's, blimey, what's wrong with me? It's about the fourth screw I left behind. DS cables in here, it looks like. This was very tightly packaged, as you can still see. It was in a box 8 times the size of a T-con. So if we still have no lines and jumbled up picture, or lines and jumbled up picture. This time we know it's got to be the screen. But we have to try these things. Sometimes in this job, there's always that inkling in the back of your mind that a part that you've bought is also faulty. But there's every chance that the screen made it go faulty. Make the T-Con go faulty in the first instance. In the second instance, that could have been a faulty T-Con that I bought. Or did we get it off the shelf? I think the second one came off the shelf. I think so. Anyway, I will turn this around and over so we can witness this together. In fact, I'll turn it so you can see it better. So are we going to get a Samsung logo with no lines? Wouldn't that be nice? Let's go. Still in standby? Okay. I'm going to have to plug the back in it, aren't I? Is that going to bring it on, or do I have to twiddle the button? Are we on standby? Can anybody see a standby light anywhere? Oh yes, there's one there. Okay. So let me twiddle the knob and see if we get the proper picture. Oh, and would you look at that? Would you look at that? We do. The Samsung is fixed. Third time around. So it was the T-Con, which I always said. I can't wait to look back on this video because I can't remember what my comments would have been after the second T-Con failed. I don't know if I was confident that it was faulty, but anyway, that's interesting. It's interesting to, only interesting because I spoke to an engineer who's more qualified than me and has been doing it longer than me, and he said, no, throw it away, it's the screen. And just in the back of my mind, you know, sometimes when you think, TV is working, I shall put it back together, and the cats will earn some chicken at the end of this week then, because this is a bonus. I wasn't too sure I was going to earn from this, and I'm pleased that I am. Excellent, nice one. Okay, it's going to be interesting editing this video together. My apologies if the way it's edited together is a bit clunky. It's just that the first two parts of this were done on the old computer, which is now upstairs in a bedroom, and the third part has been done down here. So I've got to sellotape the bloody thing together somehow. But all good fun. This is working. Excellent.